Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us today to learn more about the Carsey School's Master in Public Policy. My name is Bianca Nicolosi, and I will be monitoring question submissions during today's webinar. If you have any questions, please send it to all participants within the chat box on the right of your screen. At this time, I would like to introduce Carsey's Director, Michael Ettlinger, who will be sharing with you how our Master in Public Policy will give you the skills to make an impact. Michael?
Thank you, Bianca. As Bianca said, I'm Michael Ettlinger. I direct the Carsey School of Public Policy here at the University of New Hampshire, and welcome you. Happy you could join our webinar. So, you know, in my experience, people who pursue public policy degrees generally have two goals. They want to make a difference in the world, to make society stronger, people's lives better, the world safer, healthier, resilient, sustainable. They want to have a positive impact. So that's one goal. And the other goal is to make a living doing it. So our Master in Public Policy is designed around those goals. It's designed to give you the skills you need to make an impact, to make change happen, and to have the skills that the policy world is looking for. But that's broadly. The truth is not everyone needs the same skills and knowledge, and different people have interests in different areas of public policy. Some people want to be in front of the bright lights debating on television, while others want to be working in their communities, while others want to be at their desks analyzing the problems and developing solutions. So everyone in our program will get the basic set of skills they need to succeed, but will also have the chance to dive in to prepare themselves for the type of career they want. So the core of the curriculum provides a foundation in analytics, strategic, and communication skills, and provides a foundation for policy design. It also exposes you to the global interconnectedness of public policy, because it's pretty much impossible to be a good public policy professional these days without learning how the rest of the world is approaching problems and how what one country does affects other countries. The core program also offers exposure to the range of career options there are in policy and begins to help you make the connections you need. These are the basic set of courses, and I'll just go through them quickly. Strategy and Practice is a course that I will teach. We'll be bringing lots of people in from Washington, more regionally, basically people who are in the world of public policy who can come in and talk about how they've won battles and what that's like. And there'll be a lot of strategy and communications in this class. We'll do lots of simulations, simulated hearings, debates, meetings. Basically, it's to give people a feel for what it's really like to work in public policy. The policy analysis and quantitative analysis classes, these are focusing on analytic skills and bridging from analysis of societal problems to developing solutions. I just want to say a couple things about the quantitative class. We understand that not everybody aims to be a statistician. If that's your thing, you certainly can take this course as an introductory course and take more advanced courses to deepen your skills in that area. If you're someone who's had lots of statistics undergrad, we'll consider waiving this course. But even if you're not statistically focused, we feel strongly that everyone needs a grounding in this to be able to tell good analysis from bad analysis, because no matter what you do in your career, you're going to be looking at analysis, looking at assessments of societal problems, of policy solutions, and you'll need to be able to tell basically good analysis from bad analysis. The economics course, so you really can't do policy design without having some grounding in economics. There are economic ramifications of most policies. And much of the discipline of economics is of value as a tool for thinking about policy. So understanding the risks of unintended consequences from policy actions, how behaviors are affected by incentives, issues about externalities, etc. Policy without borders, again, I've already alluded to why the international aspect is important. And then the DC colloquium, that will be during the J term, which is between the fall and the spring terms. We're planning on doing some of that online and then having everyone meet in DC for a week. And there we'll get to see policy in action. We'll meet with lots of people in the policy world, get a better sense of what careers in public policy are like, begin to make some connections. So those are the core classes. You'll also choose to take one of 2 courses in one of 2 tracks. So one is the policy analysis track, and we have lots of great options depending on what types of analysis you want to do. So if you want to take courses relating to polling and surveying, we'll have that. Deepening statistical expertise, there'll be a range of options. Under the strategic and communications track, we're actually bringing in some top people from Washington to design and teach 2 courses. They will fly up some weeks, other weeks they'll be doing it remotely. But those are going to be 2 great courses. They're people I've worked with in the past when I was in Washington. And then plus we'll have some other courses as options relying on UNH faculty or practitioners in the region. So those were the basic sets of requirements. Then there's also room to take electives. We're going to have a wide range of electives. And one thing I should say is that, you know, if you wanted to actually do both the tracks I just described, you can. You would just use a couple of your electives to take courses in the other tracks. But you can use your electives to take policy area courses, to dive into policy areas of interest, to further enrich your skills. There's a wide range of graduate level courses that fit this bill already at the university, and we're developing new ones. And I'd say one advantage of a new program is you'll actually be able to influence this. If you have courses that you're interested in, we're listening. We're looking to develop new courses. And also, one thing I should add is if there are areas that you're interested in that aren't covered by a course, we're planning on developing a group of people who can help mentor independent studies, both at the university and outside the university. So that brings us to internship and capstone requirements. Those are I've described all the classes that are required and that we'll have, but there are 2 other requirements. And those are an internship and a capstone. For the internship, that can be for credit or not for credit. It's up to you. And for those people who've already worked in policy-related fields, we'll consider waiving that requirement. For those of you, though, who will pursue an internship, we're not just leaving you on your own. We've had lots of discussions with a wide range of potential hosts. There's lots of interest. I tick off the organizations, but because they're not committing to take interns sight unseen, we can't do that, but we're going to be offering you lots of support in tracking down an internship. The capstone project is also a requirement. It's 3 credits. It's a real opportunity to dig into what you're most interested in. You'll have an advisor, and we'll help you, find an advisor here or find you a mentor off campus that is someone who's expert in the field. We want, as an output from the capstone, it needs to be a real product that can show you in your best light. We're flexible on exactly what the product is. It can be an analysis of a societal issue. It can be a policy proposal. It can be a campaign plan. We're also flexible about whether you want to do it individually or as part of a group, although a substantial piece of individual work will be part of it. As far as advising is concerned, again, an advantage of a smaller program such as ours at our start is that you're very important to us. We want you to thrive, and there's a team here that will help you in any way we can, from academic advising to, as I mentioned, finding internships, mentors for your capstone, or helping with career options. So how does all this fit together? So it's a 40-credit program. 19 of those are required on-campus courses. If you are attending full-time, You'll be done with those in one academic year, along with having completed 3 electives. Again, assuming full-time, that leaves you with 3 electives to go, your internship and your capstone to finish. At that point, after that academic year, if you're going full-time, the program gets flexible. You could do your internship over the summer and come back for a fall semester. You can do a mix of summer classes and online. There are lots of mix and match possibilities, and we have some of those different paths laid out on the website. Part-time is also an option. The main challenge for students who want to go part-time at this point is that the 5 core classes are only offered in the day in the fall and spring semesters, so you have to be able to make that work in your schedule. Next year they're going to be from one day, each class is going to be 1 day a week from 2 to 5 p.m. But you could stretch it out. You don't have to do those all, next year, but you have to have a way to get to campus from at the time those courses are offered. And you also need to be able to break away to spend a week in Washington for the DC colloquium. But we're happy, if you're interested in doing it part-time, we're happy to talk to you more about how to make that work. There's also for UNH students an accelerated master's option under which UNH students can take up to 3 classes in their senior year that count towards both their undergraduate degree and their graduate degree, and that makes it all doable within 12 months. One thing I just want to add is on the academic side is the option of certificates. So if you want to deepen into a specific policy area or develop a deeper expertise in something, develop different skills in greater depth, and you want to take a couple of extra classes beyond your MPP, you can get an additional credential reflecting that specialization in the form of a graduate certificate. And there's some that are already available, but we're working also on developing some additional ones. So who's going to teach all this? So as I mentioned, I'm going to teach that one course. I worked in Washington for over 20 years, so I feel like I know the policy world inside and out. And I think, in terms of our faculty, we're going to have a mix of practitioners like me and people who've operated at the juncture, been in academia but connected to policy. And that mix is very important to us, hands-on experience and academic rigor. And we've also paid close attention in who we've been selecting as faculty to find people who are just really engaging teachers. So I'm also using my DC connections to, as I mentioned, involve people from DC, and we're tapping connections in the state and region, including New Hampshire, of course, but also Boston. So we're assembling a really capable, good team. So what's this all cost? The numbers are up there. I won't go through them all. One thing I noticed, this is the complete cost of degree, not a semester or a year, so it's very competitive. A couple of caveats I need to note. First of all, this assumes, just for simplicity, full-time for 3 semesters. The total can vary a little if you take summer courses, if you go part-time, but this gives a pretty good picture. Also, I have to say that technically the Board of Trustees could change the tuition in the middle of the program. I think this is very unlikely since these tuition levels have been approved. So it's very unlikely in the next couple of years that they would change, or even after that change appreciably. Also, I should say that the accelerated MPP program there, those costs assumes taking 3 courses as an undergraduate. If someone were to take 1 or 2 classes, they would still have savings from the top line price, but wouldn't be as much. Scholarship and fellowships. The good news is that for this first year of the program, we have generous scholarship funding available both for needs-based scholarships and merit-based. There's also a small special scholarship for those interested in environmental policy. And we also have fellowships for anybody interested in working with Carsey faculty and staff. Those require 15 hours of work per week, And there's more information on those in the website. But bottom line, it's a good year to start the program because we do have scholarship funding available. So apply. Here are the deadlines. I think they're pretty self-explanatory, and they're on the website. And if you have any questions, happy to answer them now. And we're, of course, always available to answer questions by email or talk on the phone. So